I'm Nikki Acton. I'm a sophomore from Hudsonville, Michigan, and I'm a creative writing major.
My name is Chelsea Embry. I am a senior majoring in creative writing, and I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri.
My name is Max Potoff. I'm from Western Springs, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. I have a double major in environmental studies and creative writing, and this is my senior year.
When I was applying to schools, I had heard about the close relationship at Knox between the creative writing students and the faculty. And I knew that Knox had a reputation for sending writers on to prestigious graduate schools and producing writers who go on to have very successful careers. And I liked that I could come to Knox and get that small workshop environment, have a class with like no more than 12, 14 people, and still have that same prestige that you get at larger universities.
When I came here for a visit during my senior year of high school, I came on the first day of spring term, and it was like a gross March day, you know, kind of cold, kind of gray, but I just absolutely fell in love. I loved the way that this whole campus felt like a community, and a community of people that were very different from the people that I interacted with in high school. It felt much more like home.
When I came to Knox, I was sitting in on a class, and afterwards the professor came up to me and asked what my name was, where I was from, what I was interested in, how I could continue those interests at Knox. And that faculty engagement from the very beginning, from my very first visit before I was even a student, really bode well for what was to come.
Well, TKS is amazing. We win annual awards, and a lot of them. We go to the Illinois College Press Association convention every year, and this year we took home 18 awards. Last year was 17. And so it's like, it definitely holds its own as a paper.
Last year, I started a play in Sherwood Corrali's beginning playwriting class, and it developed into a full length, and it went on to be produced as part of the New Plays Festival here at Knox. Then I ended up submitting it to a theater company in Los Angeles who does stage readings and sort of developmental workshops, and it got accepted, but I wouldn't really have been able to go because 2 weeks in LA is very expensive. But I ended up getting support from the Richter Fund here at Knox that enabled me to go and be part of that process.
My freshman year, I was applying for the Kemper Scholarship because I had an interest in the environmental sphere and the business sphere and where those two met. Kemper is a scholarship for students interested in business and administration. So I was lucky enough to be chosen, and Kemper provides mentorship throughout undergrad, as well as internships and a peer network. So after my sophomore year, I was placed in Chicago at the Field Museum of Natural Science and History. Then after my junior year, I was placed in an internship in a for-profit company, an environmental consulting firm in Shanghai, and that was great.
The faculty here are very invested in your success, and they want you to have a good experience here, and they want you to be challenged. Sherwood Corrali, I had him for my first beginning playwriting class, and I went in and I had already read most of the syllabus. So I went up to him after class and I was like, Sherwood, I would love to have some more plays to read. And he took me back to his office and gave me this huge stack of plays and starred the ones he thought I should read. And that's just developed into a really great working relationship with him. I recently had a screenplay that some producers in Hollywood were looking at, and I had no idea how to navigate the film industry, but Sherwood was able to connect me with his agent, who ended up representing me and being a huge help in this very weird, scary industry. That was really great, and Sherwood has just been there for me here since day one.
Embrace the workshop. I came here pretty hesitant about sharing my writing. I didn't like reading in front of other people. I didn't believe in revising my own work because I thought I would lose some of the genuine nature that I had started out with. But after being in a few workshops, and especially after the poetry workshop with Monica Berlin, I felt much more comfortable with the whole experience, and I felt like it was a really safe and reassuring place to share my work and make it better. I became a lot more at ease whenever I did have to read in front of people. I like doing it now, and I've found whenever I write something now, I want to give it to people to read it and be like, tell me what you think about this. Is this part working? What isn't working for you? And that's just like a complete 180, and I'm really happy that I have the outlook that I have now, because it's good for me. It's better for me that way.
There's no better place to come and major in creative writing in the United States, I think, than Knox. It's a great place if you have ever had an interest in writing, to find your voice, to meet other peers who are also in that same process, that are willing to grow with you and help you grow. Not to mention all of the writers, wonderful writers that are published that come to campus and give talks and conferences. And then all of the wonderful published writers that are your faculty, that are your teachers, that will literally carve any time out of the day to meet with you and just over a cup of coffee or whatever. There's no better place to be a writer.